Welcome back to this week's Twin Flame Collective card reading. We have a wonderful reading in store for you as always. Do you want to say anything before we get started?
Could possibly be a bit triggering in the beginning, but stick with it,
It could be.
and there seems to be some good stuff happening. So
Yeah. But before we begin, we're both Virgos and Adam's birthday was the 4th, right? And my birthday was yesterday, 15th. Yeah, and if you're just to add some lightheartedness, as before we get into the reading, if you're familiar with jelly cats, I'm just going to share with you. Jelly cats is like a popular stuffed animal. Like they got all kind. You just got to look them up. Jellycat.com. They're all. I think they're based
not
out of
sponsored.
London. Not sponsoring. I just think they're the cutest things ever. So this is what my twin flame got me for my birthday. It's a bashful bunny. Is this thing not the cutest? Look at that.
That was
Yeah.
part of the gift.
It was a part of the gift,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So this is
Yeah.
a bashful bunny, but I thought it was the cutest thing ever. So yeah, add some lightheartedness to the reading. Everyone likes a cute stuffed animal. I don't care who you are. All right, so let's just get into it. As usual, we pre-shuffled so you don't have to sit here and watch us shuffle. Okay, so the first card we have is, here we go, and then it's neglect, lethargic, melancholy, and excess. All right, and so what this card is communicating, okay, it means inaction. Rather than action, it's inaction. I've been talking with quite a few people, twin flames, throughout my day to day. And there's kind of a constant response that I'm finding in the consciousness, and that is people waiting for their twin flame, like waiting for their twin flame to change, or maybe they've just, they're just kind of like sitting on the sidelines and waiting for something to happen, and kind of like melancholy in the fact of, well, if union happens, great. If it doesn't, meh, it doesn't. Right. But that's not, that's inaction, right? Which results in no forward movement whatsoever. And so, what this card is communicating to the collective is that you have to take action in your reality to create the life that you desire, right? And that means that your twin flame, first and foremost, they're not separate from you. So if you're one of those that's feeling like, well, I'm just going to wait for union to happen, well, your twin flame, they're you. And so if you're sitting on the sidelines waiting for them to do something or waiting for them to come around, you're going to be waiting eternally because they're going to mirror that waiting back to you by not taking action, right? So taking action, what does that look like? Well, that means assessing your life, assessing your union, and saying, what about this doesn't feel good right now? What do I not like in my union, in my reality? Maybe it's that you're experiencing separation. Well, what can you do about that separation, right? You got to do something. You can't just wait for separation to go away because that's not how it works. How does separation go away?
You don't choose it no more. Well, you gotta do something. You gotta work your way out of it in a sense of healing in that place. And there's quite specific action steps you can take,
Mhm.
and we know them.
Yeah, like we didn't, me and Adam, we didn't like sit around and hope and wish and wait for our union to, come to be. Right? It's kind of like the equivalent, to put it in a very tangible way. Let's say you have a financial goal, and that financial goal in mind is, let's say you want to make 10 grand a month, right? And bring home, so that you can feel very supported and having a nice home, nice car. You just want to feel good in your finances. Well, what are you going to do? Right? You got to do something to have that 10 grand a month. And that doing of something is you've got to work. You got to get a job. You've got to live your purpose, giving your gift. You've got to actively do something. And that's, bringing it back to the twin flame journey is you've got to actively do something. You got to take action on your healing. You got to invest into your support, right? Yeah, do you want to add something to that?
It just looked a bit crooked.
I looked a bit crooked. It's just the way the couch is. It
Posture.
always looks like this.
Posture.
Yeah, and you're sitting in like in front of a pillow, so
I am.
yeah, I think that helps.
That's
Yeah, so little sidetrack there. It's
sure.
good though. It's good. Yeah, so long story short, you got to take action, okay? And then the next card is resistance, doubt, deny, and attachment. And so, with this message that, we're sharing with you, there might be an initial resistance. You're like, I don't want to hear what she has to say. I don't want to take action. I don't, right? Because that message is going to point or push on uncomfortable places in, the collective consciousness. But those uncomfortable places, that's where your growth is. That's where the change that you want to experience in your union, that's where it is. And so if you find that, and of course we sit with these readings and, we unpack them for ourselves because it's for us too, right? And it pointed to some uncomfortable places in our consciousness, right? Or in our union that we've got to go to because that's where our growth is. That's where our expansion and a deeper romance is. And so this is the same for you. You acknowledge where it feels uncomfortable and you know that, oh, that's where I go, right? I do the inner work there. I take the action steps there. And yeah, also too, it's like letting go of victim mentality. And how do you know, like yeah, how do you know? Yeah, maybe just share a little bit about victim mentality.
How do you?
I
How do
don't
you?
know. I don't know exactly what question I was trying to ask, but
Well, it's like I feel like part of it is like feeling powerless, right? Like I'm just powerless to this journey. It's everything just feels so I'm suffering. I'm struggling. I don't have my twin flame. I don't know where to go. I don't know what's next or it's just shit basically, right? But there's always a next step. Always. Even though it doesn't feel like it, but you have to choose it, you know?
yeah, and also you can ask yourself, there's one of two things. Either your creator, you were created by the divine, created you as a victim, right, and powerless in your reality, or your creator created you as a divine being that it can create everything it is that you desire. And you can ask your heart, well, which one am I? And the one that you are, it feels good. And hint, hint, you're a divine being. So naturally, you get to create in your reality. And it's letting go of any kind of, victim mentality that you feel that you are powerless, because that's just not true. All right. And as we move towards, the middle to the end of the week, we have open your heart to love, right? Very beautiful card. And so there's an opening, right? And maybe you got clear in your heart on what action steps you needed to take or what block you needed to look at and heal in your union. And that is going to result in an open door. Something's going to shift, something's going to change for you. What does it say on the bottom? Yeah, vulnerability, forgiveness, allowing, and community. I love that. Yeah, it's allowing love, right? And that's what your union is when you allow love, you surrender into love, then that door to your union opens up.
Well, I feel like it's important to choose solutions here, right? Like
Choose illusions.
choose solutions,
Oh, choose solutions.
right? There's a key there, right? So I feel,
There you go.
okay. Like take the card. Yeah, so like you have to like choose the solutions basically, because if you're living in a state of like things are so bad, I don't know like what I can do, like you gotta choose solutions and they'll be there. Sometimes I'm like massively like wow, like flabbergasted by this work when, um, kind of like how you just heal and you take, make new choices, take action, and then things shift in your life. It's like crazy. We had that happening today, right?
Mhm,
It was
mhm,
like all we did was like heal and make new choices, basically. And you
mhm.
just kind of like do some things here and there, and your life is changing.
Yeah,
Hmm. So
exactly.
it's kind of like a bit magical
It
sometimes.
is magical. It feels that way.
So have a solution mindset, and you're
Mhm.
gonna be tested on that. Feels like this week.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. All right. And then, yeah, at the end of the week, we have evolution. There's a lot of heart chakra energy, and it says empowerment, transformations, protected, and preparedness. There you go. Yeah. So you're going to see yourself and your twin flame and your entire reality in a new light. And, shifts will occur. Like you'll have awarenesses, insights, and there's a feeling of empowerment. And when you're in that place of empowerment, you're like, wow, I can really have my union. I can have what I desire. And it's actually happening for me. And that's everything. That's a game changer. That's huge. Yeah,
Good. A lot of changes in that. Number five
exactly.
card,
Yeah,
confirmation.
that's
So
perfect.
good stuff ahead.
All right. So for your angel guidance for this week, we have number 37, become an alchemist, right? It's being like a scientist of your life. Is twin flames, right? Twin flames are one and the same. You create in your reality together. And your twin flame joins you in those desires that you share, and they create with you. Like whatever your twin flame is doing right now that whether it's upsetting you or it feels really good, whatever they're doing right now, they're partnered with you in creating the reality that you desire with them. All right, so it's more of like standing in your power and taking charge of the life that you want to create for yourself, setting those goals and moving in the direction of those goals. You want to add anything to that?
Well, that's good. It's you're the magician in your life, the
Mhm.
alchemist. So
Yeah.
utilize it.
Exactly. And then we have number 43, celebrate the little things. This is really cute. It's a little mouse and a cupcake. This card just means go get a cupcake,
Sure.
go treat yourself. But also, what it means is, you know, gratitude, a heart of gratitude attracts miracles into one's life. And what this card is inviting you to do, your angel guidance for this week, is to really like look at your life and what is it in your life currently that you feel grateful for? You can even like, pick three things or you can do five things, however many you want. But what is it in your life right now that you feel grateful for? And there's something that we all can find in our lives that we feel grateful for. And when you have that heart of gratitude, you attract more of what you want to you, right? Because gratitude is an attractive vibration, it's an attractive energy. If you're sitting in a place of negativity, that only attracts more negativity to you. And that's not what we want. It's not what anyone wants. And so if you're experiencing any kind of ruts, know that you have the willpower to move out of that. And if you feel stuck in that, you have support. Ah, there is support. You just reach out and you claim it. All right. Anything else?
Oh, that's it.
That's
Just
it.
take action.
Yeah. Yeah. So take action this week. And you'll know what that means for you by asking your heart, asking your inner guidance, or reaching out for support. All right. So don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next video.